Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. If you want to know how I made this soft and delicious tasting bread, keep watching. So I just want to share a few tips on how to make this bread because this was actually my first time making it and I followed a recipe. And after it was done, then I realized the things that I did wrong and what I can change, so that you guys don't have to do what I did. So first of all, I didn't follow the measurements exactly. I added an extra half cup of flour, I believe. So follow the recipe exactly. Don't try to do anything on your own. The second thing is that I don't think I needed the dough long enough until the gluten was developed. I never wait for that because it just takes too long, and I've actually never gotten to that point where my gluten is developed. So you guys can sit and wait for that, but I just don't have time for that. So that's another thing you can wait for. Although her recipe, she made 8 breads with it, I would suggest making maybe 6 breads because the final product, they were kind of skinny. Like they weren't thick enough for me. It was kind of thin and like flat, and that could also be because I didn't let it rise long enough once I shaped them into the shape that they were gonna be. I was going for the bread that I usually buy from the store, the bolillo breads that I buy from the store, and that was not the outcome that I got. So I was kind of disappointed. Although the bread was soft, it tasted good. It just wasn't the texture and the size that I wanted it to be. So basically, at this point, how much you spread it out is how long your bread is gonna be. So if you want a short bread, don't spread this out that much. So this could be another reason why my breads were kind of flat. Um. So yeah, and during this process, you want to press down really hard. Like I'm actually pressing down hard, and then I pinch the edges together. Also, this isn't how she folded the bread, but this is how I learned how to fold the baguette breads. So I just decided to do it this way because her way was too long. The process was just taking too long. But this is how I did it. This is how I did it. She didn't fold hers like this, so that could also be another reason. But yeah. And I'm just showing you guys how to do it again because honestly, I need to see this process like 5 times before I get it. So I like to watch it over and over and over again. That's how I did. That's how I learned how to do it. I watched it 100 times over. And then, so yeah, here, I don't think I let it rise long enough. So my breads were kind of thin. They weren't as poofy as I wanted them to be. And then I need to get an actual razor blade to score my bread. This was an X-Acto knife, and it kind of dragged the bread, so it made an ugly score mark. Okay, and then you want to make sure you put hot water at the bottom, and then take it out after 20 minutes of baking, and then bake the rest of the time with no water in the oven. And honestly, I have not gotten that golden color from just baking, so I always have to turn the broiler on for like a minute so that I could get this color at the end. Because it never works naturally. I don't know how to get that color naturally. Thank you for watching. This is the bread.